Okay, welcome back everybody to more Roadwarden. We'll get right into it, because I'm super tired. The leafless plants resemble tree roots rather than creepers, even though they're dark green and sway from side to side slightly. Sodal stops without a command, unwilling to approach the nightmare's gate. There's no other path in sight. Huh. I approach the creepers with a drawn axe. Oh no. Before you get in reach to poke them, the creepers bend backward swiftly, then swing at you with the strength of a troll. You try to dodge, but the hit flings you back, landing you on your back. Gasping, you crawl away and rise to your feet, but the plants don't follow you. Huh, this might be a dead end then. I examine the water. Uh, Click on OK. The dirty ponds are hard to see through. It takes a few minutes before you find a stick long enough to poke the water and reach its bottom. Even at the very bank, the water is as deep as your palfrey is tall, and it's quite possible that none of these conveniently spread paths appeared here on their own. Could it be that the locals carried much of the soil by themselves, connecting the deeper bogs with the other parts of the peninsula? Before you have time to dwell on it, you jump back, dodging the strike of a green saurian. You run away so quickly that it gives up its pursuit. Huh, it also is really low. Where am I again? I'm up here, right? No, I think I might be somewhere else. Can't get through the creepers, so I must be right here then. Yeah. Man, seeking shelter will take me all the way back to Howler's Den, most likely. Let me see. Too dangerous to stay here. You can't stay here, but there's still time to travel to a safer spot. The old forest garden. Really? Might as well. Maybe I could go inside the building and avoid the foxes. Unless I'm thinking somewhere else. Okay, a fresh mold covers the abandoned cart, and as you get closer to it, a small mouse springs out from one of the boxes, disappearing between the blades of grass. While there's many edible plants in the sight, they aren't ready yet for picking. Seek shelter. Too dangerous to stay here too. But Howler's Den. I guess I'll just have to go for it. I hope I don't instantly die. You ride through the open gate, then carefully dismount. Some of the locals greet you politely, but they keep their distance. After you notice your own smell and the dirt on your clothes, you no longer wonder why. Head for the stables. The stable master shows up soon after you step away from Sodal. His lips are thinned, and he gives a longing glance toward the bridge. Okay, I'm broke. My mount needs only a hay, water, and peace. He scowls at you, but points at an empty bucket and steps away. I fill the trough with water from the creek and make sure Sodal is comfortable. You're wandering through the village. A field worker walks by you, coughing loudly as he tries to open his water skin. A group of laughing villagers is chasing after a runaway hog. You know, I'm gonna sleep right here. I can't afford rent. Yeah, I'll just go to sleep on the pelt. You lose your senses right after you lie down. In the middle of the warm, stuffy night, you are entangled by your dreams, too tired to fully wake up, too accustomed to having a mid-sleep break to just go back to sleep. You are between the realms, surrounded by visions so vivid you are tempted to reach out, touch them, and stretch them out. They are your playground. I guess I'll read them out. Okay, once I realize I'm in power, I do my best to enjoy myself. I fly, defeat dragons, eat and drink whatever I want. I wouldn't dare to disturb the natural flow of dreams. I accept them as they are, hoping to spot any visions they bring. No matter how much I try, my nightmares interfere with even the most joyful dreams. I wake up sweating, gasping for air. I try to break free of this state, thinking of all the things I was meant to do tonight. When I wake up, I'm not sure if I did anything at all. Can I just have some fun with this? Hey, I'm back here again. Excuse me. It's warm here, but the mouflon skin allows your back to rest a bit. You wake up a couple of times during the night. The smell of the cooked stew fuels your hunger, and the staff returns to the room once every hour or so to stir the pot. Okay, I think I read this one before. Let's see, you wake up early but leave the building to check up on Sudal and give it water from the creek. The innkeeper is sitting near the door, from time to time carrying out a bowl of either strudel gruel and... yeah, this is... Let's see, can I just live here? Maybe you'll take some kind of pity on me. Nope, guess not. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's see. The guard informs you that you need to look for her, so you sit down on a bench and wait for what feels like an eternity. When Thais joins you, she apologizes for the wait, though her voice and eyes are harsh. I bring sad news from old Pagos. The villagers were stricken by a plague. For a few breaths, she doesn't even blink. So too close to us, a plague? How? She adjusts her cape and calls a guard with a gesture. Tell the others to gather by Ape Ale. She tells her. She tells her, then looks back into your eyes. I'll pass them the news once we're done here. We have closed the gates. Maybe keep strangers away. I wonder if that was a good idea. She starts to tap on her deer buckle. At least we can make some preparations. Thanks to you, good wardening. Good wardening, she says with little conviction. But you should also speak with our druids. They may have more questions for you. Alright, they didn't want to talk to me last time, did they? The guard returns, and the mayor sends her away again. Warn Elpis. She must speak with Grim soon. I thank you for your time. I guess I'm leaving the square. Now I go to the druids. This time, the tall druid gives you an encouraging nod, even though he remains on a bench. He's huge. He would do well as a guard at a city alehouse. I walk further south to the spot where the new building is being built. Okay. Okay, they're building some kind of building for them. You approach the building site. The stone foundations are finished, and the timber frame is jointed together with a set of intriguing cuts, like a large toy. One day, their walls will be whitewashed with limestone and turned into a prestigious shelter, unlike the houses made of logs and boards. The other buildings are surrounded by grass, flowers, and herbs. The turmoil of village life is drowned out by the sound of the creek, but the knocking of a hammer shatters this tranquility. The builders give you curious looks from above the log they're cutting. I walk past them and head to the druids. You're welcomed by 8 elders, gathered in a semicircle, watching your steps closely. They're not as large as the workers, and their clothes are far from humble. Instead of hemp pants or tunics, they wear colorful robes and dresses made of wool. They vary in style, length, and embellishment, separating them from the outfit of monks. You spot belts and cords, sandals, and closed shoes. One person is bald. One has silver hair long enough to cover her back like a cape. Most of the druids are clean and rested, though one is a bit of a sloven with uncombed hair, stained clothes, and dusty feet. Also, unlike priests of Hovlaven, their hands are marked by scars, hard skin, old burns, and missing fingers. Still in silence, a woman with a staff steps forward. I take a closer look at her. Her gray robe is decorated with a brown thread that portrays leaves, tree branches, and birds. She's over 50, but the youngest one of them all. Her back is straight, the gray hair only an inch long. She doesn't need a walking stick. Her weapon is smooth, longer than she is tall. Her blue eyes are vigilant, and keenly observe your face, as if in search of venom in your nose and nostrils. Nose and lips. Her lips are thin and small, formed into an austere line that shakes slightly, as if she's on the brink of a burst of anger. Huh. Well, I guess he's really angry that I'm so I'm a complete mess, but I've got a very important news. He's a joker, what do you comment? Maybe you'll hate me. I'm gonna be kind of distant with you. I assume you know who I am? She closes her eyes and tilts her head to the left. You listen to the creak, the hammer, and to your own breath. I do not know who you are, she finally answers, nor why you are. Every muscle in my cell makes me beware of a wolf, but my village believes you defend the roads. She pauses and looks at your clothes and equipment. Even though our ancestors here were here for centuries, some still think they need paths, travelers, dragon rings. Your presence here is a new log for the flame of lies. For a moment, her eyes seem shinier and brighter, but also hostile. You are and will be an outsider. We'll listen, but you'll not change us. Her words are slow and soft, as if she's tasting them. Okay, let's go from the top. Thighs thinks you should know that the plague that has fallen upon old Pigos. You tell her what you've learned at the village gates, making her lean on her staff, touching it with her cheek. Ye can nae help with this tragedy. The people of old Pigos are nae our friends, and we will nae risk our lives for theirs. She turns towards the rest of her gathering. After their nods, she takes a deep breath. As she speaks, she looks at the ground. Travel south to the great healer who lives in a cave, beyond the beholder. You've got one of those? Huh. The spirit that guides us through the swamps. Only he may find a way. Okay, so I think when I talked about finding a great healer at Old Pagos, that created the healer to the south. Yeah. Let's see. I try to hide my annoyance. But these druids are both selfish and useless. Well, she gave me information. Thanks, I'll see what he has to say. Two of the druids whisper to themselves in the old speech, making sure you can't understand them. I know where the healer is. I don't think I really care about what your thoughts are. Alright, I'm kind of almost out of time, so I think I'm gonna go on an adventure and look for that old whatever it was. Yeah, let's go ahead and start traveling already. So, to the south, you say? Elder's Cave. Was this here before? Huh. Yeah, I'm almost definitely sure it wasn't. Can I travel there? Yes, I can. Whoops. Oh, wait, it was this guy, never mind. A flock of colorful birds is circling in the sky. The old man is sitting on a wooden stool between the garden beds, weeding. The torn plants are resting in a small basket. What do you need, traveler? I bring news from old Pagos. A terrible plague has fallen upon it. His eyes widen. What did you say? A plague? You tell him everything you've heard about the symptoms. He attentively observes your lips and sometimes asks you to clarify some details, though you usually don't know how to answer him. He finally nods, then turns away and approaches the garden beds. Lost in his thoughts, you wait in silence. Lost in his thoughts, you wait in silence. He speaks after a short break. There's nothing I can do. His words are trembling. And he's pushing me off. And that's it. Are droids really that useless? Huh. He's supposed to be the great healer. Is there anything I can do? He strokes his beard and examines your equipment. There may be. You can help me cast a spell of great power, but it will take months. You would need there, and you'd have to give up a grand reward. 'Tis a quest for a hero, nay a messenger, and there are nae heroes. Yeah, I'm kind of on the edge of my rope, so it's either I win and everybody lives and I get fed and everything, or everybody dies. So you underestimate me, sir. I show you what I'm made of. Before you finish, he turns away from you and looks at the falling water. Then listen, help me awaken Beholder, the good totem from the swamp. You've already passed its altar in the crossroads, north from here. It needs to be fed, and it only feasts on spirits. The Numa held in human blood, the magic locked in items. Offer them, and it will answer your call. But 'tis a hungry being, and it will ne'er be nurtured by a single gift. Who knows how much it wants? He carries on without pausing, as if he's speaking from memory. But let it grow, and it will reward you. Take its holy seed, and bring it back to me. I'll enter the village, and through the totem's power, I'll replenish my strength and keep the Numa before it leaves the lungs of humans. Huh. He stands in the same spot for a few breaths, then finally looks back at you. So I need to offer magic to the altar. What must we do next? When you deliver the seed to me, we'll leave, though we'll need time to get to Old Pagos and back. 'Tis a long road for a cell of my years, but the totem's gift will keep me strong. Okay, tell me about this seed. His voice becomes confident and solemn. Beholder bears but one fruit a year, and only if its hunger is satisfied. The heart of this fruit, its seed, holds a great power of youth, strength, and magic. Therefore, when the winter ends, the people of Howler's Den gather at its feet and give away the Numa held in their blood and possessions. 'Tis a sacrifice that would kill a single soul, dang it, but when shared by many, 'tis but a sign of acceptance, an act of overcoming pain. Maybe it's time to ask the druid from the village to help me. I'm sure they could spare some of their Numa. He puts his hands on his sides and looks at the clouds above him. If they were willing to help you, they would ne'er send you here. At least, nae all by yourself. They stare into the promises of power and the fears that such promises bring. For them, losing Noma is a risk. You must understand that Old Pagos is nae friend of theirs, as it bows to the Wright. The creature that laughs when we wither. Many people would ne'er spare a tear for this place, and would much prefer to turn into a house for boars and rooks. It sounds like you're trying to push me into some dark magic, old man. He gestures for you to stop. None of us would accept the sacrifice of a human life. To grow, Beholder needs nae our souls, but rather any Numa it can find. Your judgment is nae needed here. Do you have anything I could give to the altar? I have nae reason to believe your words. If you help these people, I'll admit I was wrong, but I will not give you anything. Dang it. Okay, what will I get in return for all this trouble? Will I get fed? Someplace to clean up? Clothes? I have plenty of Numa. Maybe that might be good enough. What will I get in return? He looks towards a brown rat that wanders near the rocks, looking for seeds. Who can tell? I hold no treasures to share. Nay, I'll do my part for a reward, but for my belief that 'tis the right thing to do. Maybe the monks keep something in the chest, in that disgusting temple of theirs. Fine, whatever. Alright, so I guess I should just go for it. I'm quickly running out of time, so can I get there fast? Let's see, it was not the ruin. Behold, that's right here, huh? It'll take me no time to get here. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and leave it here now because I'm out of time. And being here will make it easier for me to know what to do. Or to remember. It might be a week or two. It might be a while before I come back here, so it's a good idea to be right here. So I'll see you next time. Bye.